Hello everyone, my name is Shlok Rao and today I am presenting on topic process management. So in this video, we will be clear about introduction of our process management, literature analysis, real life uses with examples, summary of work carried out, future scope, conclusion. Introduction. What is process management? A program does nothing unless the instructions are executed by a CPU. A program in execution is called a process. In order to accomplish its task, process needs to computer resources. There may exist one process in the system which may require the same resources at the same time. Therefore, the operating system has to manage all the processes and the resources in a convenient and efficient way. Some resources may need to be executed by one process at one time to maintain the consistency. Otherwise, the system can become inconsistent and deadlock may occur. Literature analysis. What are processes? A process is mainly a program in execution where the execution of a process must progress in a sequential order or based on some priority or algorithm. In other words, it is an initiative that represents the fundamental working that has been assigned to a system. When a program gets loaded into the memory, it is said to be a process. ER2 as a process. This processing can be categorized into four sections: heap, stack, data, text. So now we'll see PCB, process control block. A process control block is associated with each of the processes. It contains important details about the particular process. These are follows like a process state, process number, process counter, registers, list of files. So what they are? So process state is this specifies the process state that is new, ready, running, waiting, or terminated. Process number. This shows the number of the particular process. Program counter. This contains the address of the next instruction that needs to be executed in the process. Registers. The specifies the registers that are used by the process. They may include accumulator, index register, stack pointer, general purpose register, etc. List of files. These are the different files that are associated with the process. So now we will see process life cycle. So first one is start. This is the initial state when the process is first started or created. Second is ready. The process is waiting to be assigned to a processor. Ready processes are waiting to have a processor allocated to them by the operating system so that they can run. Process may come into this state after start state or while running it but interpreted by the scheduler to assign CPU to some other process. Third is running. Once the process has been assigned to a processor by the OS scheduler, the processor state is set to running and the processor is executes its instruction. Fourth is waiting. Process moves into the waiting state if it needs to wait for a resource, such as waiting for a user input or waiting for a file to become available. Fifth is terminated or exit. Once the processor is finished its execution or the terminated by the operating system is moved to the terminated state where it is wait to be removed from a main memory. So now you can see the diagram. So in this diagram, in the diagram, shows that the process is initially in the new state when it is created. as we discussed in previous day. After the process is created, the state process is changed to ready, where the process is loaded into the primary memory or in RAM. So then the state of a process is changed, waiting when the process waits to the allocation of a CPU time. The process state changes the execution states after the CPU time and other resources allocated to them. The process starts running. After the process running or executed successfully, then the process is ended or process is terminated and the process state change terminate. So next is process scheduling. A major aspect or element of the process management, process scheduling affects the efficiency of the processor. Therefore, it must be done correctly to manage the queues properly and minimize the daily therapy, making the best use of the process time. Process scheduling can be divided into four types: high level or long term scheduling, medium term scheduling, low level or short term scheduling, IO scheduling. So, real life uses with example is allocating resources to process, embedding process to share and extend the information. They are the real life uses. So, process management involves the execution of a various tasks such as the creation of a process, scheduling of a process, management of a dialog, and termination of a process. It is responsibility of operating system to manage all the running process of the system. For example, like a web browser, media player. So summary of work carried out, what we see in this PPT. So a process is defined as the execution of a program that performs the action specified in that program. Process management involves the various tasks like the creation, scheduling, termination of a process, and deadlock. The important element of a process architecture are task, step, data, and test. The PCB is a full form of a process control block. It is a data structure that maintained by the operating system for every process. A process state is condition of a process at a specific instant of a time. Every process is represented in the operating system by a process control block, which is also called a task control block. So this we discussed in last PPT, all the PPT. Future scope. Back in the day, computer allowed it to execution of one program at a time, so it had to access to end complete power of the system and its resources. However, today's the scenario is completely different. Currently, the computer allows a multiple program to load and execute concurrently. This is the predominantly because of the processor installed in today's PC that has the ability to execute the millions of a program instructions seconds, facilitating the OS of the allocated every program some processor can. The multi-core processor is so what allows the system to execute the many processor or threads. So now it is the conclusion. So now we know about the process management and what are the processes and some process control blocks and process life cycle, real life uses of process management. So conclusion is a program does nothing unless its instructions are executed by a CPU. A program is execution is called a process. In order to accomplish its task, process needs the computer resources. Reference link and thank you.